developed over just a short while, the past couple of hours, in fact.
So what we know is that these two members of the Mkhari couple, Given and his wife, opened cases against one another on Saturday evening in Randburg. They were then taken into custody pending an appearance in court this morning at the Randburg Magistrates Court. Then we had news via Power FM on their website and also dispersed via social media saying that the charges had been withdrawn by the two parties. The family were deciding to resolve the matter internally and spoke about this unfortunate incident that had happened between the two members of the couple. We then followed up with the NPA. I spoke to Phindi Louw, who is the spokesperson for the NPA in Gauteng, and she said despite that decision by the couple to withdraw or drop the charges against one another, that does not by implication mean that the case does not go ahead. It's up to the prosecutor in this case to assess the matter, decide what is in the interests of justice, and then take things from there. So sure, they can say they intend to drop the charges, they can file the necessary paperwork with the police, but that does not by default mean that the case does not proceed.
So Given Mkhari, of course, the owner of Power FM, his wife, a businesswoman in her own right, and of course the decision to withdraw these charges probably linked to the fact that they'd like to resolve this outside of the media spotlight.
And out of the public domain, certainly. I mean, we've had response from some of our audience saying, what about the children in this matter? A very difficult situation. Them themselves, through the statement on Power FM's website, saying an unfortunate incident. And also something I think worth noting, although it is a rather distinct matter, is that there was another case with allegations of assault amongst other very serious sexual crimes against Given Mkhari back in 2013. I haven't been able to get to the bottom of what happened in that separate and distinct matter, but certainly, again, his name in the headlines over a rather unfortunate incident, as they put it.
So, Erin, what happens now? So they've withdrawn the charges against each other, so now the NPA has to look at the merits of the case either way?
Yes, and what Phindi Louw has said is she's insisted they will appear in the Randburg Magistrates Court today. She's mentioned Court C and said that things will go ahead because it's really up to the prosecutor in this case to decide what happens. So, as I say, of course, they have made this decision, which we've heard about, to drop the charges, but that does not mean by default the case is now done and dusted. That's up to the prosecutor, and Phindi Louw has said they will be in court.
And the couple being represented, I presume, by two different sets of legal teams. Have we been able to speak to them and their plan of action?
No, and in fact, sort of looking into this matter today, I've tried to trace the lawyer who represented Mkhari back in 2013 in that matter, where he countercharged the accuser who alleged that he had assaulted her and raped her. The representative for Mkhari in that case saying that they were going to bring charges of extortion against this woman for an amount of 20 million rand, saying that after she'd made these complaints with the police, she then tried to apply for jobs with companies linked to Mkhari. So I thought perhaps the same lawyer would be representing Mkhari in this case. Turns out the lawyer's out the country at the moment, and I haven't as yet been able to get names who's representing either member of this couple.
So where are they now as they wait for this first appearance in court?
I'm afraid I don't know. One would imagine that they will be in court waiting to appear before the magistrate in this matter. We know they were taken into custody over the weekend, and they presumably are still in custody of police pending their appearance in the Randburg Magistrates Court.
All right. Well, thanks very much for that. Our reporter Erin Bates is tracking that story for us. The prominent media owner and his wife, Given Mkhari and Ipheleng Mkhari, they're in court today. Both have now decided to withdraw the charges laid against each other, but the NPA says the prosecutor has decided that it is in the interests of justice for the case to go ahead. We'll bring